Hello, everyone. We were just having a conversation before we started the recording about having this feeling of being very wound up lately. And the full moon that has passed us, I record these on a Monday and Saturday. This past Saturday, there was a full moon in Sagittarius, which is all about renewal, all about uncovering what's beneath, what kind of beliefs are running our lives that we're still not yet aware of, and unwinding those things so that we can see them more clearly. So I thought we'd just continue with that. And I drew a couple cards from, this one is from the Earthcraft deck, and accepting your gifts came up. And this makes sense to me in the effect, in the sense that when you unwind yourself is when your gifts become very clearly and very accessible and available to you. So we'll work towards that. And then I drew from the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck, and the soul retrieval came up, which also makes sense. You know, this little butterfly came out of the chrysalis. So it's like once we get unwound, then we do have our soul begins to come back to us. There's more space for us to have access to it. So those two in mind, let's begin. So we'll begin with the physical. So just letting your eyes close, getting yourself into a comfortable position. And then just letting your breath begin to slow you down. Not necessarily have to slow down the breath for this to happen, but just paying attention to the flow of the breath. Letting it enter and letting it exit. And then beginning to feel your skin relaxing from your muscles, unwinding, letting go. So the skin on your skull, accepting the breath through all the little pores in your skin, in your skull, in your face, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the shoulders, the skin on the upper arms, the lower arms, the palms, the backs of the hands. The skin on the upper back, let it relax from the muscles. Let it let go. Let the breath in. The middle back, the lower back, the front of the chest, the belly, the hips, the genital area, just letting that relax. The sacrum, the buttocks, both upper legs, both knees, the skin on your knees, the calves, the shins, the ankles, the tops of the feet, the bottoms of the feet. So just with these next few breaths, just affirming this let go, this feeling of letting go of the tightness that the skin can get when it clings on to the muscles, to the connective tissue. And then we'll let go of the muscles in the skull, in the face, letting them relax away from the bones, the solid materials, so the soft and the hard separate from each other. And the tongue relaxes away from the teeth. The back of the head. The muscles in the neck supporting the spine. Let them relax. They can still do their job relaxed. And the muscles supporting the shoulder joints, surrounding the arm, the elbow, the wrist. Letting the muscles just release from those bones. Sliding, gently sliding away from them. Remaining connected, but letting go of the grip. And the muscles in the chest. The rib cage, surrounding the rib cage. The shoulder blades. The lower spine, muscles in the abdomen, the belly. Muscles in the low back surrounding the sacrum. The connective tissue in the hip joints, in the knee joints, in the ankles. And then as you breathe, beginning to get a sense of the fluids now, perhaps running a little bit more smoothly. They have more space now that the skin and the muscles are relaxed from the bones. The marrow inside of the bones can breathe a little bit more. And in this relaxed state, we'll call in the spirit of the direction of the east. So if you know where the east is, just take your focus to that direction. The element of air, creating more space. The idea of the sun rising, of new beginnings, of healing, of renewal with the sunrise, with the east, the element of air. Archangel Raphael is associated with the direction of the east. And a symbol of like a wand, kind of like a Harry Potter wand with snakes twining around it and wings at the top. And then from the south, opening to the element of fire, of blooming, of things coming to their fruition. Archangel Michael, blue sword. With protection, with nurturing, so that we can come to fruition. And then shifting your focus to the west, the element of water. chalice, the cup holding the water, silver. Archangel Gabriel with creativity. Water representing emotions, so we can say goodbye and let go. With the sunset. And then shifting your attention to the north. The earth element. Golden five-pointed star with a circle around it, the pentacle, representing the magic and the mystery of earth, of being grounded on this earth. Archangel Uriel. And then just breathing in all four directions, allowing these elements to come into your heart, to soften the space around the heart, within the heart. With each breath, allowing a little bit more let go. And then the grounded energy below us, from the earth below, crystalline energy, joining us in the heart, coming up from the center of the earth, purifying, relaxing, grounding. And the energy from above, golden light, opening us further, illuminating every cell, the nucleus of every cell being illuminated by this light. So that each little cell has a yellow flame. Or a yellow ball of light, like the sun. And then let's go deeper. Inside of the nucleus, the strands of DNA. And they're like coiled around each other. They're kind of like braided around each other. These strands of DNA. It can be 5 strands, 3 strands. Direct your breath to those strands so that they stay connected, but they're not grasping onto one another. We'll bring in the element of water to help soften, the element of air to make space, the element of fire to burn away anything that is creating a hold onto what's not necessary. The element of earth grounding us in a softer strand of DNA. So that there's like, even though they're still wrapped around each other, there's a coil or a hollow place in the center of this strand. With within that opening, we're just going to allow, like these strands are pointing down, up and down, they're vertical in each nucleus. And from the bottom side of this hole, we're just going to release from these strands of DNA. We're going to release ancestral beliefs that were genetically handed to us that don't work in this world anymore. We'll thank them and say, you have done such a good job with our ancestral line, of protecting us, of showing us the world of each decade, each century. But we're going to let that go so that the space, this hollow space, can become even lighter, less dense, less crowded with the past. And just keep, what I'm seeing is like little drops just coming out of each little strand. And going into the earth for recycling. And then from the top of each strand, just like we receive from the top of our head, the top of this strand is going to receive this golden light from above, the universe, creator, God, angels, whatever image you want to use, the sun, physical sun. I'm going to send some light now from the future into the present. So we're going to build new building blocks for future generations, and this will go backward. When we let go, it went backward 7 generations, and now it's going forward 7 generations. So we're just receiving the new belief system that will serve us moving forward from this moment. Just see how it feels. You don't have to know necessarily right now what these new beliefs are. If you know what you would like to incorporate, how you would like to believe or see the world, then you can include that. But if you don't know, just pay attention to how you feel. Bring in the feeling of joy. Perhaps the belief that life can be joyful, that life can be easy, can be fun, can be full of light. So anything you would like to program yourself moving forward, and anything that you would like to receive that might be unknown and will come in just a feeling. So that every cell is lighting up a little more brightly now. We'll just take another moment to receive. So continue to relax, continue to open, continue to visualize this hollow space, this unraveled strand opening up to this new space, these new beliefs. And relax into my life, into my skin, into my body. And then let the strands, let this this light that filled this hollow space now infuse into these strands so that they can find the new braiding, the new connection, the new bond, what that feels like. And I can find that these strands can connect in this lighter way, a way that creates more light, more joy, and feeds that into the cell, each cell, and feeds that back into the fluids of the body, back into the bones, the bone marrow, the muscles, the connective tissue, all of the organs, all of the soft tissue, the skin. So that when we exhale now, still focusing on the breath, this new light beams out of every pore of our skin, beams into your room, into whatever crosses your path, into your thoughts, into your food as you eat it, into the water as you drink it, into the land as you till it, as you weed it, as you plant it, into the animals that you pet or that you acknowledge, into the people that you acknowledge, so that they too can relax their strands of DNA and find the new belief system to carry forward. And just take a few breaths and become aware of your connection to where you're seated or lying, the energy surrounding you, sounds in your room or wherever you are, the sensations of your body. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes open onto this world so that that bright light is coming out of the eyes as well, so that you're seeing through this new pattern. And then let your palms come together, being grateful to your ancestors, forward and backwards, to all of the four directions, the guides, the angels, the earth, the universe. Thank you for being here today and taking the time to do this for yourself and for your future generations, your past generations. Even if you're not having children, that energy still goes forward. And namaste.